For those of you who love to decorate with gingerbread, this video's for you. You'll see how easily you can create storybook scenes on top of ordinary containers. I'm going to show you how to create a gingerbread village inside of a gift box. Thanks for joining me. To begin, I'm going to use this nice sturdy hinged gift box that I saved from last year. I'm also using a layer of styrofoam that came out of a packing box. I'm going to wrap these styrofoam blocks with some of the new soft fabric from Dollar Tree. This very soft textured white fabric reminded me of snow, so I'm going to just unroll it and wrap it around these rectangular block of styrofoam. Loosely wrapped, it gives you the effect of gently drifting snow. Before I secure it in place, though, I'm going to insert a string of fairy lights underneath the fabric. That will give it a very magical twinkling effect. Now, you could also use some colored lights, and since this is going to be gingerbread themed, colored lights I think would add a special charm. But I had these in my stash. You can find them at Dollar Tree, Amazon, almost anywhere. And I'm just going to randomly lay them down. And then I'm going to cover that with the fabric layer. You won't need any glue because the fabric nicely holds the lights in place. And if you cut your piece of styrofoam or whatever you use as a backing and fit it nicely into your container, it will hold everything tightly. You can see how pretty these twinkle underneath that snow, and it reminds me actually of fireflies in the summertime, but we're going to think of this as starlight on the new fallen snow. You can easily conceal the battery pack along the side of the box so that it's out of sight but easily accessible so you can turn it on and off or change the batteries. Now I'm going to introduce the gingerbread house. I made this, and if you'd like to know all the steps to create one of these using almost entirely Dollar Tree items, I have the video on my channel, and you can see this is a glimpse of that video. In the video, I take you step by step, showing you my trip to the Dollar Tree where I found these flat cutouts of the gingerbread design. I purchased 2 of them and I cut out a few of the windows. I used this spray paint, Rust-Oleum, in the color warm caramel to replicate the look of fresh gingerbread. I used other embellishments that I also purchased from Dollar Tree, including the little wooden cutouts. You can see that after I spray painted 2 of these gingerbread forms, they come out looking just like gingerbread. I then used wood glue to outline a line of wood glue all the way across that roof line, and then I used 2 planks, both of which I also bought from Dollar Tree and cut down to size, and I used those to form the roof line. Then I was able to add the back side on, and that enabled me to create that 3-dimensional form that I then decorated with icing and glitter and pearls and little Dollar Tree cutouts. This video was one of my Dollar Tree Christmas in July videos, and it's called Dollar Tree Gingerbread DIY with Illumination. So it's really easy and fun to make, and I'm going to use this as the featured item in our gingerbread village inside our box. Bottle brush trees from Dollar Tree and other craft stores work really well to create a backdrop for any of your designs. This is a sweet little gift box ornament that came out of a package of ornaments that I bought in the Dollar Tree Plus section. As you can see, it's a really nice selection of pretty ornaments that can be used in a wide range of projects or for your tree. Here I'm adding in some additional embellishments. I'm going to create a little walkway leading up to the gingerbread house using these peppermints. And this sweet little ornament is from Walmart's collection. I got it for around $2. Now, because we don't want to leave Santa stranded on the rooftop, I want to add in this little miniature metal sleigh that I had in my stash, and I'm using some hot glue on both sections of the runners. Then I'll just adhere that in place right on top of the roof, on top of that iced surface. And there you have it. Now Santa has his sleigh. The next thing I want to do is to add in, using hot glue, some additional embellishments. I'm going to create that peppermint pathway right outside the front door. And I also want to add in this gift box using, again, the hot glue to secure it in that spot. The hot glue works so well with each of these ornaments. Now I'm going to add in our cute little wagon with the gingerbread, and I'm just putting a drop of hot glue on each of those 4 wheels to secure that on top of our snowy surface. The wooden base of the bottle brush tree is a perfect spot to add our hot glue. Those bottle brush trees form such a pretty backdrop for almost any arrangement you choose to do. I've done a lot of arrangements on vintage containers and other gift boxes, and I almost always use the bottle brush trees. Now I'm going to include this pretty little peppermint striped candle that I bought from the Dollar Tree. That way we have another source of light, and I'm not going to glue that down because we want to be able to lift it up to turn it off and on. And now you see I'm adding another bottle brush tree. This is a really pretty shade of pink, and I'm going to just layer that in behind that deeper color red. Again, these layers just create a lot more visual interest and dimension to your projects. You can have so much fun choosing decorative items to create these little storybook worlds in containers. This one is taking on a life of its own, and it's so much fun to see it twinkle. The lights, as you see under the snow layer, are also serving to illuminate the inside of the gingerbread house. With Santa Claus perched on the rooftop and his sleigh beside him, we're now going to tie in some of those red elements by adding in some of these ornaments from the Dollar Tree. I got this whole box of 16 for $1.25. I want to arrange some of the red balls along with some of the gold ones that I also picked up at the Dollar Tree. For $1.25, you get 16 in the box, and they add a lot of shimmer and shine to the design. Using hot glue, I'm just arranging them in groups of 3 in clusters where I alternate the red and the gold groupings. The next embellishment is this cute little wooden nutcracker. I bought this in a package from Marshall's, and I painted the hat and the base red, and then I painted the little gingerbread that he's holding in the gingerbread color. And I'm just going to place that there in front of our peppermint candy using some hot glue to hold it on the base. As I added in some finishing details to our Dollar Tree gingerbread village, I decided it would be fun to have some gingerbread peeking out of the lighted windows. From Amazon, I had a few left from an assortment of gingerbread with a baking theme, so I decided to remove the little hanging hooks and hot glue them behind those lighted windows. You can see here how I'm using the hot glue to apply to the front side of the top of the design. And then I'm just going to adhere it to the back side of that windowed frame. That way, when I place the gingerbread house back down, the light will illuminate it and you'll see them just peeking through. Here you see I'm removing the hanging hook off of another one. This one is cute, holding a spatula. And here again, I'm just applying some hot glue to that front side and then adhering it behind that open window. Now, as I put the gingerbread house back down in position over that lighted snowy surface, the interior of the gingerbread house will illuminate, and you can see those smiling gingerbread not only in the wagon, but peeking out of the windows of the house. This project really did take on a life of its own, and you'll find as you create these vignettes inside containers or on top of vintage tins, anything that you may have, you'll find that the more you create, the more your imagination will guide you in some very fun and creative ways. If you'd like to see lots more vintage and other assemblages on top of containers, please do take a look at my channel where I've created many others. I also have more planned for later this week when I'm going to be decorating some vintage tins that I bought from our local antique store. In the meantime, do take care, and please do comment below. I love to get to know members of our crafting community, and I love to hear your thoughts. Take care, and God bless.